coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Cousins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Jefferson.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll find Governor, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
First down carry here for Johnson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that.
And you laid out the stakes. So just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. Got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Vikings.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll throw again. Cousins, flush to his right. That's complete to Sharp. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Look at a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
He was
not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Buying time to his left. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. B.C. Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, it's just within a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
(7-7), our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing again is Newton. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At their own.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Following the interception, Cousins. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and take it.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but they can prove that they can go down and score. So what was the formula to get them down here the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They fake the give. Newton. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. First down, here's Cousins. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Play action. It's Newton. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 40-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Marvin Hall. Brings up 3rd down and...
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off play action. Newton. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
7-yard line.
Off the play fake. Newton. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
A gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A final shot before the break. Newton. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Good job.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off-play action. Newton rolling to his right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lions, 1st down.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And the Lions, 1st down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from the 20. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try to take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly
He's
didn't work.
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
Complete to
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Oh, timing sees everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First down. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Newton escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one to Galladay. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A shotgun snap for Newton. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Takes it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And Newton's going to keep it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
On the tackle. A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Here we go with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Johnson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Lions 28, Vikings 20.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Sharp. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Cousins flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Flushed out right. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game, 28-all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a tie game game, fourth quarter. That's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Vikings 42. Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hall. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Marvin Hall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Vikings 42, Lions 35. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They run again on first down. Cook. And he stopped immediately there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Cousins here to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Cousins to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Through an opening, and there he goes. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and they're a point away from tying this thing up. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
To kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to Dalvin.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Cousins, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And we've got a timeout.
Complete.
9 seconds remaining.
It's a gain of 32. And a Vikings first down.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This from 55 yards out. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This from 55 yards out.
5-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the
short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jamie Collins in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. The defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
First down, Vikings.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Jared Davis.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. On the handoff, it's Madison. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety, Harrison Smith. And that's how this one ends. A dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.